I'm pretty damn excited because I'm about to interview the first vegan to summit Mount Everest on the south face. Like, he did this 100% vegan equipment, vegan food, vegan clothing, vegan everything. So I'm really excited. Going to get out there, just packing some stuff up now. Going to get out there and interview him real soon. Get biscuits for the doggos, tripods, camera. Let's go. What's up, man?
Hey David, how are you?
Hey, man, good to meet you.
You too.
Alright, let's crack on. Let's find out how it is being the first vegan to get up to Mount Everest.
It's been good. Feels weird. It feels like something someone else does, but no, been there, done that, and yeah, pretty happy, pretty proud, and yeah, just be nice to recover and yeah, and then get back into training for something else.
It's such like, I love it because it's like that's such the British mentality, right? Yeah. I was just like, yeah, it was alright, yeah,
cool. Casual.
Just get back to it.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's all right. To prove that you can get to the top of the world without harming animals, basically. If I can have some influence on these people, to try the same, it's all about the animals. A lot of people dream about climbing Everest, and hopefully I can spread the vegan message, show you don't need to get to abuse animals to fulfill even your biggest of dreams. The mountaineering sort of things seem to be unexplored.
Okay.
It got Kuntal Joshua, which is an absolute legend, but yeah, the fully vegan summit was still open. Just went for that and paid off.
Made the first vegan to do it.
Yeah, it's just like when you go vegan and your favourite toothpaste.
Okay.
It's been tested on animals.
Right.
It takes a bit of time and effort to find a new one, but once you do, that's it. It's the same amount of effort required. You know which one to buy, you buy it, and then it's done. You don't have to think about it again. Okay. So, yeah, not too much inconvenience. You have to do a bit of planning.
Okay.
Like the Sherpas are very keen to give you a Snickers or a Mars bar.
Okay.
Obviously, that's not an option. You go prepared. You have like 40 kilos worth of allowance. So about 10 kilos for me, or maybe a little bit less, was plant-based foods.
Okay.
So I had soy milk powder for breakfast in my porridge. Hemp seeds, chia seeds, add all that in. That's great nutritionally. Big scoop of peanut butter from the table that's already there. Oats, you're done. That's perfect breakfast. As you go higher up, yeah, you need a bit more planning. I've got take a few freeze-dried meals that are vegan up there with me. I'd take a 2-serve and that'll be a 1-serve just to try and replace the calories. They're super convenient. Meal replacement powders. Our good friend Kuntal Joshua gave me a few of his special milkshakes to take up. I use those at the highest point because they're just, if you can drink your calories, you get in the fluids and you get in the nutrition as well, and it's easy. The Sherpas take up pretty much the same. So they have these packets of rice, which you pour water into as well, and rice and mushrooms. To be honest, at the top it was almost vegan anyway, apart from the Mars bars they were handing out. I ate the same on top of what I took. I ate the same rice packets as well, which were great. Actually, it's interesting you bring up the unnatural thing, because all the meat was processed meat anyway. Even at base camp, when it's comfortable and there's a full kitchen, it was like the bad, horrible processed sausages, spam type things. These blocks of rectangular shaped meat which was sliced and then put next to everything else, and they'd eat that, and the other guys would ask what type of meat it is, and they'd just be told it's chicken even though it was pink coloured, or today it's pork even though it looked like yesterday's one. Hardly any fresh meat up there. What I was eating as a freeze-dried packet was probably more natural than the meat. Because we're animal lovers, aren't we? Isn't everyone? But unfortunately, people claim to be animal lovers, but then they buy animal products, and every animal product has cruelty involved, so it's just not possible. Almost 7 days a week. If it was 6 days a week, I was driving in the evening to the mountains to have a big weekend, going up and down hills with a heavy backpack on, basically, working up to about 1,400 meters of elevation gain in a day with a 30 kilo backpack on. That would be the big day. The rest of the days would be a mixture of trail running with hills, like an hour or two a night. Weightlifting as well, 2 sessions per week. A speed session as well, like running, just to get the heart rate going. And that would be sort of an hour. Lots of stretching. I think meditation helps as well to clear the mind and to get that in check.
Basically covered every form of training there is, including mental training.
Pretty much, and plus like long distance, so I could run a marathon on the Saturday and then do the heavy backpack training on the Sunday in the peak kind of weeks before leaving. I start the day fasted.
Okay.
So I never eat until about 12 o'clock, and then I'd have breakfast, which is a big tub of oatmeal.
Yep.
With chia seeds, flax seeds, coconut, hemp seeds, soy milk, oats, mixed berries, and a chopped up banana normally. Okay. That was pretty standard. That's just a powerhouse of nutrition straight away. After that, be fruit, snacks with fruit and nuts. Lunch, but a little bit later.
Okay.
Yeah, that could be like a curry with brown rice, some steamed vegetables, but a good big serving. And then, yeah, maybe a few snacks after that. And I get home from work, do my training, which would normally last 2 or 3 hours. Straight away after that, a big litre smoothie raw, which would be, that was bananas, pineapple, berries, spinach or greens, so kale or spinach, and then hemp seeds, flax seeds, some dates, just to sweeten it up because it can be a little bit bitter, and some spices as well. I had like a spice mix which was very anti-inflammatory, so like turmeric, nutmeg, cinnamon, just like a teaspoon of that mix. Blend it up, seeds and nuts, yeah. I'd have avocado a lot in with the lunch as well,
nice.
Just for some healthy fats and to bulk up the calories as well. And that kind of evolved throughout the training. When you initially start, you're not doing as much, so yeah, you don't eat as much, and then mainly just keeping an eye on body weight and adjusting accordingly. If you start to lose a bit of weight, increase the calories. The smoothie that I have is an evolution over about 3 years. I used to have beetroot in it, I take it out, it didn't taste quite as good. And then just add in things that I've heard are healthy or anti-inflammatory or have certain nutritional properties that are going to help with the training. Obviously B12, taking a supplement.
Yeah.
Even a lot of non-vegans should be taking a B12 supplement. And inadvertently, they probably are from the animals being injected with it before they eat them anyway. I take 2 supplements, the B12 and a vegan algae-based DHA, EPA, which is where the fish get it from anyway. That's it, only supplements, no powders, no protein powders, not required. We don't need that much protein. I don't need that much protein, even though I was doing upwards of 25 hours of exercise a week. It's where the money is. It's the most expensive thing in the supermarket. So obviously it's going to get pushed, you're going to get told you need more of it, so you buy more.
That's sensible marketing, right?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. It's clever. Yeah. It's how the world works, unfortunately, but it's not how we work. Yeah, about 4 years. Okay. 4 years. I was vegetarian 2 years before that on my veggie-versary that my friends like to remind me about. I decided to go full vegan because, yeah, it was seems a lot easier, and then yeah, that was easy still. Where it all initiated was I was travelling through Vietnam on a motorbike. So I got to these lights and there was a cage built around the back of the bike and it was full of dogs. Dogs to be eaten, I assume. And they were squashed in the cage, heads poking out, paws poking out, and I was next to this bike and I looked at the rider and I wanted to kick him off. It was just anger inside me. But I was like, no, you're in Vietnam, just look away and carry on. But I was fuming, like it was horrific. Drove down a little bit further, and then the same thing, but chickens. They were all squashed in and feathers everywhere. And then I looked at those and I was like, what's the difference? I've been eating these, but this, I just got angry, and luckily we were a group of friends that we'd met, and there was a Scottish girl called Danny, and she recommended a book called Eating Animals by Jonathan Safran Foer. So I read it, got to the end of it, and just thought, wow, okay, I didn't know any of this. I was like, I need to see this. So I watched Earthlings straight away, saw that, and just sat in my bed and said to myself, okay, you can be an animal lover and stop eating all this, or you can forget about being an animal lover and continue to eat. So I just stopped. It took me 2 years, unfortunately, to get rid of the dairy and the eggs, but then once I did, everything else fell into place. Become more and more passionate, and then started thinking, what can I do to get a bigger voice? Oh, anyone can do this. It just takes time, planning, perseverance. 4 years ago I was overweight, drinking a lot, never run more than 6 miles in my life. 4 years later, building up slowly, and then that's all it takes. Oh, if you'd see me 6 or 7 years ago, yeah, I was that guy as well. I had to make fun out of vegetarians, thought it was unhealthy, but even when I went vegetarian, or vegan, I thought I was going to be unhealthier. I didn't know the health benefit, and I guess that's the point. There are so many other benefits as well. Everyone's switching on to the environmental impacts of animal agriculture. There's just so much to gain, and the alternatives are just amazing now. You don't miss out on anything. You have ice cream, pizzas, burgers. I saw ribs the other day, if you like that sort of thing. Yeah, I guess everyone's against animal cruelty at the end of the day. If that wasn't a problem, then I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing, because it would be completely impossible. People care about animals, but they've been shielded from what's going on, and yeah, it's up to you and I to hopefully educate people. We're not telling people what to do, we just want people to make more informed decisions and then come to their own conclusions, and yeah, just change what they're doing for the good of themselves, the animals and the environment. The two things that made this possible was Save the Duck, an Italian company that make synthetic jackets, cruelty-free, and a lot of recycled products. They took the plunge to make the first synthetic summit suit for Kuntal Joshua.
Okay.
Without that, it wouldn't be possible. Up until now, it hasn't, and now it is. Kuntal himself, who over the last 4 years has been a complete mentor to me, not only supplying me with the suit and the mittens, but years of advice and information. So big thanks to those two.
Thanks for your time. It's been awesome to meet you.
You too. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Cool.